A fresh and stormy ahoy out to you. Today I gonna talk about guitar technique, approach, sound. If you'd ask me what is my main instrument, I would tell you that I'm a singing guitarist or a singing guitar player. And if you ask since when, then I say like yeah, for 2 years, I think. So I'm not looking like being 14, and certainly I am not. So, how does it come that I really need such a long time? It's not that I am not into music for a long time, but I'm coming from a classical tradition, and in that world, it was just no option to be a guitar player. I didn't know that such a thing would kind of be working for me. And that's why I started with the cello. It's an instrument that my parents love, and actually I love it too. It's a great instrument. You can do great stuff in all kinds of styles and music, and I love playing it. But I never could imagine to belong to the classical scene. I was just not part of it. I was kind of sticking out, dressing the wrong way, and I wanted to move more. I wanted to kind of yeah have more fun on stage. It was so stiff for me, and being in a competition and playing like fast and great stuff and no mistakes and stuff like this was just not attractive at all. So I first began thinking of about being a musician with 13 or 14 years old when a jazz came into my life. And jazz music was something that kind of showed me this kind of freedom sign. I could learn how to improvise. I could learn how to be this cool bassist. Actually, I tried to do it with the cello in the school band. With 11 or 12, I started playing the school band. I remember playing Blue Monk by Thelonious Monk, a great old jazz piano player. On stage, first time I solo, and it was really like, of course, I was messing it up like hell. I still have the recording, it sounds great. Maybe one day I share it with you. Anyhow, this is like the beginning of improvising, and that led me to the double bass, which was just fitting more into the jazz setting. And then I studied bass and found out a lot of great stuff about music and how to belong to a band and yeah, work emotionally and musically on on a sound together, which was great experience. But it never really satisfied me on all levels. So I played a lot with guitarists, with guitar players actually, and had some jazz trios with them, and this was great fun, absolutely. But actually, I didn't know that time because I just, you know, as classical, I think the main difference from instrument views is like if you're being a classical musician, you're really focusing on one instrument and only that. Like if you're playing cello and bass, you're not really taken seriously. It's like either you're really a cello specialist or you're a double bass specialist, but not both, because you can't reach the same high technical level, and that's really what counts in the classical world. So I don't say that it's only in the classical world that it counts, but as a band musician, it's just more normal. If you play guitar, you play a bit bass, maybe you play some drum groove, not like Mark Portner or whatever crazy drummer, but you're doing it to yeah to just get an understanding of the other band members. So I never played guitar. You know, I played for ages in jazz bands, but I never played guitar. I just couldn't. So actually, 4 years ago or something, I started playing guitar, and you can imagine that this was quite hard. I mean, two more strings than on the cello, two more strings than on the double bass. I played some electric bass, but I was not never really like a good electric bassist. So it was really a hustle, and of course I had a lot of doubts. I was already over 30, and how could it change that much with being so old? Normally it's like in our society, it's like either you're ready before you're 20 or in the mid of your 20s latest, or you will never make it, more or less. And at least that's what I kind of had in my system and my bones stuck, my blood. And I was fighting against it because I felt like the guitar offers me possibilities and sound in expression, in music styles, in all kinds of direction. Also, singing along, a great thing that I could not do with the cello or not do with the double bass in the same way. And that's why I started practicing, like getting the chords done slowly and starting with lines and stuff like this. So it was a rough way because I was always fighting with my self consciousness, but I finally increased my level on a point where I'm standing today, where I feel like not as comfortable as I want to be, but I feel comfortable sometimes very much and sometimes half to play my songs, to yeah, show them to you, and also be on stage and have a good time. And in combination with the surge of my sound journey, this instrument has become the most important for me. Um, there are different aspects of that. It's like being a singer or being a singing guitarist is just something that really works fine. Either being solo player on a stage, just singer songwriter doing showing your own song is something I really love. It's something like you can be in the evening together with friends and you just grab a guitar and show your song. It's so simple and it's so amazing. So I really wanted to learn that. And today that I have like a couple of 20, 30 songs that I've written the last years, um, it's the first time in my life that I say, okay, I can play my music for you or some other music from bands and musicians I love. Just like this, you know, it's not sounding perfect, it's what it is, but it's coming from the heart and it really feels like simple and good. And with the electric guitar, especially of course in context with a band, with drums, with bass, um, there are options and possibilities and sound that just go beyond everything that I had explored so far. An important role as a fundament is of course the tube technology, like a real tube amp. Standing here, my baby Marshall Astoria, which was really the fundament of my of the guitar sound that I was searching for. Something that really feels like three dimensional. That is, the sound is kind of popping out of the speaker. It's kind of punching you in the face. It's really like if you're playing soft, it's so warm, it's so smooth, it's so clear. But if you're going dirty, it's really like it's screaming, it's growling, it's punching. It's just so it's perfect for my attitude or my feeling about life to represent all aspects of life, not just the tender, the nice stuff and the good looking stuff, but also the shitty stuff, the heavy stuff and the crappy shit. So that instrument's just really, really flexible. And then, of course, adding distortion, adding different panels like delay and reverb, it really opened up a whole world of a whole universe for me that I really went directly into it. So, what I'm presenting to you these days, these weeks, and the next month is on the one side, of course, seeing me playing my songs and singing along, and maybe some solo sessions like this bass dance or whatever I'm just doing alone and kind of sound bathing, as I call it, and have great fun with that. But on the other side, I'm letting you participate a little bit on my practice sessions that I have. Um, just like having one spot filming for 20 minutes, and you can just see my approach. Um, it's like I'm really conscious about that I'm not like a great technician yet or something, or really being able to play very fast as I would like to, of course. But I'm like learning from the perspective of coming from a string instrument, and the technique I'm developing is very individual. It's trying to fit into my own system, and in that way, I want to encourage each of you. Doesn't matter from which instrument you're coming, or if you're really like from the early age a guitarist, to to fit the guitar technique to your own body. And I'm trying out some unconventional methods, kind of, and also combining them with fun between playing and stuff like this. So, in that way, I hope to inspire you to try out all kinds of shit yourself, and never give up and just keep on working, because I think that's the way to become a good instrumentalist and a good musician one day. And yeah, I guess that's it for today. I'm gonna come back some other time, and hope you like it. Please leave your comments, your messages, your questions, your feedback. And feel free to contact me with any issue you have. And see you around. Ahoy.